Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Well, as you know, our weekly lesson has been focusing in on Guy Fawkes Night, Bonfire Night, which was this week. Now, today in our news, there is a news story, again, on the BBC website, which says, million-strong fireworks petition goes to number 10. Now, what it's saying there is that an online petition, that's an online form you can complete if you want something changed, has been completed by 1 million people, and because of that is now going to our Prime Minister's office, which is at number 10 Downing Street. So when we hear the words million strong fireworks petition goes to number 10, we're saying that there's a form completed online by millions of people, 1 million strong is put in there to show that it's a strong petition and that it's going now to number 10 Downing Street to be looked at. So we're going to read through this story, which is on the BBC News website. Right, it says here, a woman will visit Downing Street to deliver 1 million strong petition calling for tighter regulations on fireworks. So million strong, million here is the adjective, and strong is just saying it's a strong petition. Lots of people have signed it. Julie Durn from Grantham in Lancashire, Julie Durn from Grantham in Lincolnshire, wants the use of fireworks to be restricted to the dates of traditional festivals, such as Bonfire Night, because of the impact on animals and vulnerable people. The petition, which is backed by the Royal Society for the Protection of Cruelty to Animals, also calls for a reduction in the sound level of fireworks. However, the British Fireworks Association, I still can't believe we have one of those, the British Fireworks Association said changes to regulations would be misguided, and surveys showed most people enjoy fireworks. At present, it is against the law for anyone to set off fireworks between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m., except on the 5th of November, New Year's Eve, Diwali, which is a Hindu festival, and Chinese New Year. Ms. Durn said people expect fireworks on these occasions, but added, you don't expect somebody to set off fireworks in the middle of the year, and you can't prepare your animals or your vulnerable relatives for that. She goes on to say, something has got to be done because they are allowed to be used 365 days a year for 16 hours of every day, and we don't think that's the balance. The objectives of this petition, of the campaign, include reducing the limit of sound, indicating noise levels on packaging of the fireworks, and licensing public holidays. There's a guy here, Mike Carter, of Discount Fireworks, a shop in Hull, says some buyers are requesting silent products. It says here, earlier this month, a report found that 3/4 of people asked actually liked fireworks, but 91% would be open to partial replacements with things such as lasers, drones, or silent or quiet fireworks. In addition, 7% of people thought fireworks should be prohibited completely. 44% wanted private displays to be finished and outlawed and banned. 34% called for greater restrictions when they could be used. A lot of discussion about fireworks, huh? I still think British people have too much time on their hands if they're discussing these things. And then it says, fireworks are becoming more popular for a range of events, according to one retailer. Mike Carter of Discount Fireworks in Hull said people had started buying for gender parties and weddings in addition to traditional festivals. Gender parties, I don't know what it means by that, but very interesting. It says here the industry had been working hard to regulate noise, and some domestic appliances were louder than fireworks. Oh, well, that's certainly true. I mean, my washing machine tries to escape every time I use it. Yesterday, I found it trying to get out of the kitchen door. It moves. Yeah, my cat was sitting on top of it as well, waiting to go party with the washing machine. But people were also becoming more aware of the impact on animals or other people. And Mike tells us, you get people coming in saying they've got dogs or horses near them, and they'll ask for a low noise box that's just as colourful, but it doesn't bang, Mr. Carter said. The RSPCA, Royal Society for the Protection of Cruelty to Animals, says that this could make a big difference to animals if we can make fireworks silent. 55% of pet owners don't look forward to fireworks night because of their pets. 43% said that they've changed their lifestyle because they get too upset with fireworks. And it goes on here to tell us many reasons why we shouldn't set off fireworks. There's nothing positive about this report. There's all kinds of discussions and figures saying how bad the impact of fireworks are on the environment, on people's lives, on animals. But the government's worried that banning or prohibiting fireworks will create a black market, an illegal trade. And then, of course, the government have their kind of like little spin on it. A collaborative approach involving all stakeholders was essential. That's a very polite way of saying, actually, you know what? We have to look at everyone's point of view, not just one person's, to finding a solution that addressed the concerns of those affected while preserving the right of the vast majority to enjoy fireworks responsibly. In other words, we're not changing anything, I think is what it says here. A collaborative approach involving all stakeholders, that just means everyone interested, was essential to finding a solution that addressed the concerns of everyone affected while preserving the right of the vast majority to enjoy fireworks responsibly. Yeah, it doesn't sound like the government's going to be rushing away to ban fireworks. In fact, yeah, I can't see this changing soon, I think. But anyway, interesting story. And there's a picture here of the woman who's campaigning, who kind of looks like the Mona Lisa. She has a very slight smirk on her face. Very proud, as if to say, well, I want change. So she might get a bit of a shock. It happens all the time. People really want change from the government. And then they, do all these big petitions, get lots of signatures. And what happens? Well, nothing. I started one, I think it must have been a few years ago now, to try to get alcohol removed from public transport because I'm just bored with Saturday afternoons trying to get to the city. Everyone's drunk, having a party on the train. The police aren't there. The ticket inspectors aren't there. And these are on days when alcohol is prohibited because alcohol was prohibited during COVID. It's still prohibited at the moment, but I wanted to try to get them to consider making it permanent, the same as every other country in Europe. But no, of course, they wouldn't do it. And I think people here are still in denial about how serious our alcohol problem is. So, yeah, if they can't manage alcohol on days when it is prohibited, you can imagine what it's like on days when it allows people to drink. So I was hoping the temporary ban they brought in during COVID could be extended and they would stop people drinking. Boats are the worst. If you ever try to go to a Scottish island, it's just one big booze cruise. Really, it's dreadful, absolutely awful. And it makes me a bit afraid, to be honest, to be going out on Saturdays. I mean, it was always bad. The best time to travel is late afternoon when people are going home or going to the parties. But in the afternoon, Saturdays and Sundays, 11, 12, 1 p.m., it's not nice to be traveling around the northern part of the UK. And if you are a tourist, you might be a bit confused because it just doesn't feel safe, nor is it allowed. But once alcohol comes back, as it's going to be soon, I think it's going to be worse than ever. It's a pity my petition didn't make any difference, but there we are. This is life, and the same for this woman here. Well, that's it from me. So, Guy Fawkes. And that's what's been happening this week in the UK. So I wish you all a wonderful day ahead, and let's talk again soon. See you. Bye.